Word of the week, August 17th. Fire that brings light. Today's scripture. Then the officials said to the king, "This man should be put to death. He is discouraging the soldiers who are left in this city, as well as all the people, by the things he is saying to them. This man is not seeking the good of these people, but their ruin." Jeremiah chapter 38, verse 4. Jesus said to his disciples, "I have come to set the earth on fire." Do you think that I have come to establish peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. Luke's Gospel, chapter 12, verses 49 and 51. Reflection. Jesus knew prophets like Jeremiah, who called into question nationalistic values and as a result endured shaming, rejection, and death threats. Jesus knew that preaching values at odds with those of his culture's leaders would put him at risk as well. He accepted that risk and followed the call of the Spirit. In today's Gospel, Jesus warns his disciples that following him will be viewed by some as threatening and will have consequences in their family and societal relationships as they, open inverted commas, interpret this present time, close inverted commas, in the light of his teaching. Reference to Luke chapter 12, verse 56. Many of us live in a world that is, open quotation, busy and active, moving at a frantic pace, bombarded with constant input and stimuli, immersed in a culture of consumerism and materialism. Close quotation marks. The quote's from Cyprian Consiglio, Spirit, Soul, Body, toward an integral Christian spirituality. Living contemplatively distances us from that clamour. In the silence, the fire of love can warm our hearts. It can slowly burn through our cultural attachments, ideas, and values and illuminate what is true, what is really going on, even when the truth of a situation is not comfortable. As we are changed by that fire of love, its light will shine through us. At times, living true to that light can create conflict in our lives, possibly even with those close to us. After all, we humans resist leaving our comfort zones of assumptions. Our contemplative living, Thomas Keating reminds us, open quotation marks, does not mean that everything is going to be hunky-dory. On the contrary, life will call upon us to put into practice our commitment, and the revised vision that we now identify with. Close quotation marks. The quotation is from Consenting to God as God Is by Thomas Keating. While we need not be afraid of possible divisions, we should be aware. Meditations. The first is from Reflections on the Unknowable by Thomas Keating. To practice centering prayer is to descend into the furnace of divine love. Christ turns up the thermostat to burn away our undue attachments to life in this world. The heart contains the Spirit as a living flame of love. We enter contemplative prayer to access this flame and to allow it to intensify. Mis Estimados. Do not lose heart. Clarissa, Pinkola, Estes. The light of the soul throws sparks, can send up flares, builds signal fire, causes proper matters to catch fire. To display the lantern of the soul in shadowy times like these, to be fierce, and to show mercy toward others, both as acts of immense bravery and greatest necessity. Struggling souls catch fire from other souls who are fully lit and willing to show it. The fire in these ashes. Joan, Chittister. It is necessary to a culture that those who value it and understand it devote themselves to maintain its lights, to concentrate on fanning to flame the spiritual lights within them that enable a people to go on treading the path to wholeness.
To practice. In an interview with Tammy Simon of Sounds True, Thomas Keating said, "I got interested in the contemporary philosophers, and these challenged my faith, and I decided I had to take time to resolve these doubts as to whether I should continue as a Catholic and with the practices of that religion. Reading Tolstoy and his book on the commentary on the Sermon on the Mount convinced me that Christianity required a non-possessive attitude and preference for the poor. I conceived the idea of leaving home and living in a down-at-the-heel apartment in Harlem or someplace like that. Well, this didn't go down too well. The folks at home couldn't understand what happened to me. I imagine they thought I was losing my mind or something. Is there a time in your life when you felt it necessary to move against the expectations of someone close to you? What do you sense was lost or gained? Talk about this time in your life with a friend, or post your story of this experience in the community forum. Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote, "As Christianity spread and the church became more secularized, the realization of the costliness of grace gradually faded. It is highly significant that the church was astute enough to find room for the monastic movement. Here on the outer fringe of the church was a place where the older vision was kept alive. Here, monastics still remembered that grace costs, that grace means following Christ. Monasticism became a living protest against the secularization of Christianity. From The Cost of Discipleship. Do you see signs of secularization in the Christian church, in your community of worship? Or attitudes in your community that assume Christianity is irrelevant or harmful? If so, what impact does this have on you? Does seeking to live contemplatively put you at odds with any aspects of your religious or cultural upbringing? If you are so moved, journal about this matter. Set aside 20 minutes this week and practice Lectio Divina with these words from Nancy Merrill's book, Lumen Christi, Holy Wisdom. Beloved are you who seek the truth and trust your inner being, home of the divine guest. Seeing with compassionate eyes, you uphold the good, you strengthen the weak. You wear courage and understanding as shields before ignorance. Love is the great healer. The unjust are cleansed in its power. They are drawn to love like moths to a flame. They are burned and refined by a fire not quenched by water. Awaken, O friends, to the fire of love. In case you missed it, the latest issue of Contemplative Outreach newsletter is now available online via the link in today's email. It includes articles about Thomas Keating's last conversations with a dear friend, his early interest in Zen, as well as several articles from the incarcerated and formerly incarcerated and those serving in prison outreach. Post your reflections and your prayer requests using the links in today's email. By clicking on the subscribe link on the right-hand side of a thread, you can receive email notifications when someone posts a comment or a prayer request. 2 live Word of the Week prayer chapels are offered to support your journey. Each prayer group has a slightly different reflection excerpt, therefore some participants attend both. The groups meet Tuesday, 8 to 9 a.m. Central, Chicago time, and Wednesday, 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. You'll find the link to join these prayer groups in today's email. Or there are additional opportunities to support your silent prayer practice and spiritual journey on the Meditation Chapel, a Zoom-enabled worldwide meditation community. All groups are free and open to all. You can find out more by clicking on the link in today's email.